Do you ever wonder why you feel frustrated? You feel tired, you're fatigued, or you might feel like you're hungry when you're not hungry. You might feel like you don't get enough sleep. You might feel irritated with the world. You're short, you're impatient, you're worried about the future, and you have all these things happening and you don't know why, and you're just not happy. You're dissatisfied. And if you're feeling that way, you're really not alone. A lot of people in our world today are going through the same thing. We notice it in our loved ones, we're noticing it in our families, we're noticing it in your children, your husband, friends, strangers, acquaintances. There's all these people in your life. It's showing up in your job. It's because we live in such a fast-paced world. It's busy. It's super busy out there. We have tons of information coming in from all areas, like at your disposal. You have the internet, so you can Google everything, so you have all this information coming into your brain all at the same time. And sometimes it's just so much information coming in from when you turn on your TV or social media, and it's all around you, right? It's like absorbing all this stuff. And everything has energy as well. So we have all this information coming in, but it's not even just all the information. Everything is moving so fast. There's tons of traffic around. People are impatient. Everyone's rushing around. Everyone feels like there's places to go, things to see, and they have to be there right now. So we all have this stuff around us, or even work. We work 5 days a week, an average job, 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, 40 hours a day. So you wake up, you're rushing the moment you wake up, right? You get out the door, you get to work, you work all day, you come home, you're cleaning, you're cooking, you're tending to your kids, you have all this stuff happening. You know what I mean? You've got your social media, and you got the fast-paced world, and you got to go grocery shopping, and you got to do all this stuff, and it's just so much. And we do this day after day after day after day. It eventually gets to us. And if we aren't finding the time to take time out for ourselves and either get to nature, meditate, practice mindfulness, right? Even just sitting and just being. And I mean with no phone in your hand, just being, reflecting on your day. Sometimes the more overstimulated we get from our fast-paced world and all the stuff going on around us, it takes longer for us to really reset our nervous system, to become unstimulated. And I notice that in a lot of people around me and loved ones, even myself. The longer I'm caught up in the fast-paced world and the less time I take out for myself, I notice sometimes it takes me like 3, maybe even 4 days. On average, it's about 4 days if I'm not taking care of myself for me to be able to reset my nervous system. And I find that a lot of people as well too, they tend to be forgetful. If you have so much going on and there's so many things happening in your world, that we tend to be forgetful. And I find when we take that time out to quieter body, quieter nervous system, quieter mind, we tend to remember more, retain more information, we hear ourselves, and we can be relaxed. And man, what a world of a difference. And if we're able to teach that stuff, not even just to our children, but to those around us, like take that time out with them. Bring them down to the water, bring them down to the river, go for a walk along the river. Something that's going to take you out of your head and into your body, because this helps reset your nervous system. We really need this because it affects your heart, it affects your stress levels, all of it. Like your whole nervous system gets overloaded and overstimulated, and a lot of people aren't realizing it. So we have so many people running around right now that are overstimulated that don't even recognize this. And it shows up in our children too. So for instance, me, like I have a routine. I wake up in the morning, I normally work out, and I try and eat healthy, and I work on meditation, and I go to work, I work a full-time job, or I want to meditate, practice mindfulness, cram all this stuff in on a regular basis. But the thing is I don't actually allow myself to have like a day of like no agenda. Even though I practice mindfulness and I exercise and all this stuff, I still just keep on cramming all this stuff into my life. And I think I'm doing good because I'm practicing mindfulness and I'm practicing all this stuff, but I'm actually not taking time out to do nothing, to sleep in, not plan a day full of chores or full of activities, which I'm really bad for. If you know me, I'm really bad for, as soon as I wake up, I have my entire day planned, I have everything I'm gonna do, and do you know what? Majority of the time, I might do like two things on that whole list, if I'm lucky. But that doesn't allow me to reset my nervous system, because my mind is constantly going. Because I'm thinking of all the things I just crammed on my plate within the first 10 minutes of opening my eyes. I have all these things crammed in my day. And then I don't relax because now I'm thinking of all the things I should be doing when really I don't need to do anything, right? And then I find when I do allow myself to sleep in and I do allow myself to not have a busy agenda and I just go with the flow, that helps me relax my nervous system. And if I want to exercise, sure, I'll exercise. If I want to meditate, sure, I'll meditate. But I don't have to do anything. And it's so important to take that time out for ourselves. Now more than ever, we live in a fast-paced world. We live in a busy world. We live in a stressful world. And no one's going to do it for you. We all have to do it for ourselves. We all have to take this time out for ourselves. It's about taking this time for you. And if there's one thing you get from this video is to just learn to just be, that's awesome. Because that's really what I'm sharing here today, is I just want people to understand that we're all running around overstimulated and there's so much energy vibrating at a fast pace in this world. It's about drawing yourself back away from it and drawing yourself within to find the slower, more relaxed feelings turning within. So we can slow down our nervous system. So we can take that time out for ourselves. So we can really feel ourselves. Because our best form of navigating our world energetically is with our emotions and with our feelings. And if we're running around stimulated all day, every day, you can't hear it. You can't really truly use your emotions for gauging what direction you're going. Because your nervous system's all over, so it's not allowing you to really truly feel your true emotions. Because you're just feeling the energies of the world. So when you take that step back, and you can regulate your nervous system by relaxing your body and your mind and not having an agenda and just learning to go with the flow. It's not going to happen every day, right? It would be nice if it happened every day, but it's not going to happen every day. But it's still making that time for you to be able to slow yourself down so you can trust your feelings. Because you really truly start to feel different. You start thinking different about things. You have more patience. You feel kinder. And that's what it's about. Because it has to start with you. All of it. Everything has to start with you. Then you can create from there. Then you can navigate your world. But it's about taking that time for you.